Welcome everyone to today's live stream. We're back. Some more Plant Crafter and hopefully less Comcast issues. And also Windows 11 issues because, you know, everybody loves Windows 11 and being forced to go to Windows 11. As of 3 days from now, 3 days you have to go to Windows 11 or start paying them to keep getting updates on 10. So, yeah, hopefully I've already had the system running for like 3 hours. Not testing with the microphone, but the system's been running fine. I haven't had any issues where my audio cut out or anything like that. Nothing weird where Windows suddenly decided to call this microphone a speaker and not a microphone and try to play everything out of it. So nothing like that has happened so far. And I've been testing with the microphone for a few minutes, and so far it hasn't dropped on me. So hopefully today we're not gonna have problems with that. Comcast, I have no control over. And, you know, it's Comcast. They're likely gonna cause problems today. So it is what it is. But we are back with, of course, Timmy, who is he's hiding. Why are you hiding over there? Look, let me move this up a bit. Show you off. You're like trying to get away from the camera, dude. Get here. I'll just tuck that. You don't want your treat in your paws? There you go. Eat it on camera. Yes, there. So I got Timmy, of course. He's been playing hard today. He's probably a little tired still. But we are going to do some more on Plant Crafter, and we're going to continue with the base build from last time. So, you know, last time I was trying to remember Whitehead because we had been doing No Man's Sky for a few weeks. And I forgot that I started a new base on Aqualis. So now we've completely torn that base out and started a whole... Well, I tore it out after I did some remodeling with it. And then I was like, okay, changed my mind, tore it down, went put it somewhere else. Then I was like, okay, now I got to move it higher up. So I redid the base a few times last live stream. So we're going to do it again, hopefully without redoing the base several times. Hey, Felonious, good afternoon. Let's go ahead and dive in because I've got the game up and ready and I just feel like getting to building. Give it a second. OBS. There we go. It's taking a little longer today. So, of course, I am back here on Prime at the moment. 868,000 tokens right now because I haven't been spending anything. We've got a rocket still coming back with a whole bunch of should be power fuses. But for the moment, we'll go back here. They'll be waiting when I get back. That's the beauty of the drones and automation. So yeah, we are going to finish at least getting this thing taken out today. And my little base over there that I started. And I'm kind of leaning towards the idea of still trying to do the base, do something up there today. Make that like maybe the teleport base, and that becomes kind of like, that's where I come in. And then that's where I you know, hang out. Because, let's see, was it over here? We get phosphorus, so I can set up a nicer phosphorus harvesting and launching thing there, or well, production thing. And this one we only get the common larva over here. We don't get anything special here. I've already got my silkies over here, my silk farm. I guess I need to put a teleporter over there for that. Yeah, we gotta get some stuff out of here. So first, let's go to the other base. Oh, I did do the silky pad. Okay, good. So, yeah, started doing our storage. And I'm trying a different, I tried a different layout from before because I am trying to make myself use the stairs. And so I don't think I need that much storage. So we got one side. We've got the biolab just to say we have a biolab, and then it gives me this that leads up into our megadome just to say we have a megadome. Honestly, I feel like I'll do like the farms in here and such. This could be kind of a fun one for some farms. And then, you know, a little bit of extra steps. Gotta get those steps in. You know, you gotta burn those extra calories. This is very readily supply everything. That's working. Okay, I gotta get more drones coming here because they ain't doing their jobs. See that? They're already slacking. You know, I probably should add the thing that lets me see the drones on the map so I can know where they're hanging up at. But yeah, we're above the big shell, the big conch. And feels like this is just kind of a nice viewpoint. Everybody's busy. That's fine. So check. I gotta refresh my memory on this, so see how I had it here. Okay, so yeah, just the teleporter and just some launching. So let's go into Selenia. I think I did get that set up last time, so we can do a lot more there. I do still want to try something here as far as a money making thing. I want to have something here where I can produce stuff for tokens and it not be what I've done elsewhere. Prime, I've got the fabric farm, like a certain size, and then on Selenia I'm doing a much bigger fabric farm. We're gonna make that one just crazy. Humble is all about the pulsar quartz, hence why I'm getting like nice little boost of 725. So with this one, I want to do something different, and I'm kind of wanting to do this one maybe as what I've done in the past. We do a cookie farm here. It's not that useful compared to the other two. It does produce money, and I'll produce cookies and do, you know, they make the tokens that way, but it's got a lot more cost to getting it up and running, and I'm kind of feeling like that could be a cool little spot. Like we build the farm somewhere. Ooh, actually we could just build a farm like right out here, just a big mega farm sitting there. We'll be able to see at least some of it from here. Yeah. Why this stuff is not getting picked up? Drones shouldn't be that busy right now. I'll get this all sorted away for them. They're supposed to be doing work. They're not doing it. So now I'm stuck with it. Ah, it's full. Ah, yeah. Too much aluminum. Because I'm producing it from super alloy rods and super alloy. That's how I'm making all my goodies. If you want a way to stock this world with supplies, get a good super alloy rod farm on Prime or Humble. Humble technically could be a little better because you can produce a lot of super alloy from a larger area. It's more open, but you're stuck relying on the mining of another thing and then putting in ore crusher, so you have to worry about, okay, we gotta have extractors here to produce this, send it here to ore crushers that can kind of be slow to produce the aluminum that you can use to make the rods. But technically, yeah, Humble, you can make a nice little super alloy rod farm for shipping stuff here if you want to do that. I just got enough in Prime to do that. You know, I want to take the old base out first. We can use that teleporter for the farm. And yeah, let's go ahead and take these. They're not being pulled. Don't even need them anymore. That, you know, go ahead and eat some food, because, you know, why not? I got plenty of it. And I disabled that one, so the other one, this one should be coming back. It launched recently. Okay, yeah, I need to fix that, and Not sure if I actually need the bees so much here, but okay. Let's take that out. Okay, so I got a farm. And that's kind of the point, is I want to have a lot of those. Because I won't have to redo my farms on my other base setup. So I feel like, yeah, that's where... There's the rocket launcher. I do want to, I guess, move that stuff to that little island. Along with that one. Move this one and this one to that little island. These I can't... I feel like they're set up enough just to, you know, terraformation is not a big deal. I've got power there, so I need to do a power setup. Guess technically I could build like a power structure that goes down into the big shell, into that opening. Or I could build a power station thing over there. Felonious, what do you think? You came in and chatted first, so what do you think? Should I build a power station setup for all the power I need here into the conch shell underneath my base, or on the big spire? Which one do you think? I'll let you make the call unless Jenny or Jason get in quickly. Oh yeah, phosphorus. Okay. I need to just take some of that back, I guess. Ugh. Outdoor bee farm. Oh, come on. Or not outdoor bee farm, it's the outdoor farm to do. I mean, I know it's outdoors, but come on. They'll like it in here. This is fine. Okay, so much for my idea on that. I feel like we should have more freedom on the megadomes than we do. I feel like they're too restrictive. The shell is going to be kind of the main base. I was wanting to do... Well, I want farms here because I want to have like my food production here. Actually, you know what? I don't want it there because that's in the way. Yeah, we'll do it here. I'm going to do like this here at least because I want food production on the platform. So I don't have like my drones going way off to do food production. And that's mainly I'm focusing around the beans. I just started off with the supplies I have here. This stuff. Because I had, you know, I got eggplant seeds easily here. So I did the basic food growers just to get me food. Because I didn't want to be like launching back and forth with those rockets being as expensive. And I like the portal teleporter mod, but I like keeping it where you have to hit full terraformation for it to work on a map. So that again, I'm gonna do a cookie farm. So it'll be wheat and cocoa, which I'll get by buying the stuff with all these tokens I have. So big wheat and cocoa farm. They'll produce the flour, they'll produce the chocolate, produce the cake or cookies. I mean, and then we'll have a whole little. I probably won't go too crazy with it. I'll just set it up where it's like. Actually, I got an idea on how I think I might do the setup. Oh, and I know what I need here. I know what I need here right now. Because there's I don't have that here. Okay. I need a shredder. Because I need to be able to dump excess stuff. All right, remember there. Explosive powder. I feel like I got an idea on how I want to do the farms. Do something a little differently. And I don't have sulfur here, of course. Okay. I do need a shredder, though. I gotta have a way to dump some of the extra stuff. I would do a nice, like, indoor farm kind of garden setup in the Megadome, but I feel like it should be just that loud in the dome anyway, and it's not. I can do it with the mod, but I feel like it should just be allowed anyway. Like, I'm not finding any good use for the Megadome right now, other than it just takes up a lot of space. All right, I'm just gonna take some of this out. Well, yeah, this can go there for right now. Oh, yeah, wrong one. Okay, that could come out. Trying to think how I want to do this, because I do need to still keep inbound production of certain supplies, like the oh wait, wrong way. I need to keep my shipments of super alloy rods coming. So this is going to be that one. Gonna supply everything, and right now I'm gonna leave that with no supply, just to cut the drone traffic down for a moment. Oh, and that stuff's getting pulled. I think I'm out of super alloy space right now, so like ideally these should fill up, and then the leftovers should go in there to the other ones. I'm gonna have too much. I really would like to have seen similar to SAS Factory on this, not just the trade rockets, but like SAS Factory, where the excess production can be dumped and you get credits. Some kind of thing like that would have been like, okay, you know, you're gonna get like the super alloy on the trade rocket has no value, but say you get X number of them and now it gives you a point kind of thing, like a token. Make it where like the cheapo stuff, iron and such, of course, would be very inexpensive, so it'd take a lot. Granted, you could go and be like, I'm gonna build 50 extractors, they're all gonna produce iron from this area, and you know, hey, you'll make some tokens that way. It's just not gonna be as effective as some of the other methods. Okay, that's going. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna need another teleporter anyway. This, you know, I'll take the beans for right now. The other stuff, actually, you know, I do need to figure out a storage spot for these two, because I am producing food stuff. So, beans. We'll do beans. I don't need a huge amount of storage for these. I just need it evened out. There. Beans. Beans. Okay. This will work with my food production. Eggplants. And you know what? I meant to have 2 more here, so okay, can I make 2 more storage right now? No, I'm out of circuit boards. Of course. And of course, nitrogen and zeolite. Alright, I'm gonna go back and get some supplies. Make some more storage. Also, might as well go ahead and try ordering, I guess, the first batch of seed packets for to make cookie, because you need flour, you need chocolate. Chocolate is 6 cocoa, flour is 6 wheat, so even, you know, production there to an even amount of production requirement there, which is nice. We don't have to do a special, like if it was SAS Factory, be like, I gotta have 3 times as many chocolate you know, cocoa farms as I do wheat because of this. No, it's nice. We get to do a nice even one. So I got a bunch of silkworms waiting. I'll just go ahead and build my storages. There we go. So I'm thinking I want to do the farm, the cookie farm, in a very specific way. So I'm kind of thinking of like a middle, I missed one, a middle path. So it'll be just for space, say 2 foundations wide, in the middle of a well, we'll have to have, of course, the, I'll tell you how I want to do this. Okay, so we're gonna have to have the rocket. So like, here's 8 rockets, here's 8 rockets, because of the range of the optimizers. So I can put them in the middle of a set of 8. They'll cover. And then that gives me 16 trade rockets. And then have the same thing where there's a middle section, and one side of the farm is wheat, one side of the farm is cocoa. And I guess when I figure out how to make the farm so it's not so wide my auto crafters can't reach. So I'm gonna have to have it a certain size so that the auto crafters can reach. Otherwise, I'm gonna be tying up my drones, collecting wheat and cocoa to bring them into central storage spots, and then picking up the crafted end material and bringing it to the rockets. So I want to cut down on the unnecessary drone traffic, but yeah, let's just get like the first 12 of each. That's 24 because I can get 25 in here, so we'll get that going. And this I can do the same way I'm doing with the fabric setup with the silkworms. I can just build level after level after level and just keep making it so it's suddenly there's this big like accordion looking structure coming up off the water over there, and it's just a big cookie farm. Oh, I forgot to bring, oh yeah, I forgot to bring back, and I'm going to turn that off. We're not shipping anything anymore. I forgot to bring back some explosive powder, or, you know, make a shredder while I was there. Okay. At least that's why I have a teleporter. Okay, so storage. Go up here. Yeah, because I don't want to have it where they, like, cross. Like that. I got enough. I can just do it this way. Alright. And that gives me 1, 2, and 3 empty spaces. There we go. And okay, yep, I got it. Okay. So, onion, right? Like the onion? The... Oh no, mushroom. I always look at it, it's squash, but I think it's an onion because it looks more like an onion than a squash to me. Always was like, that's an onion. So, squash and mushroom. There we go. Okay. Demand stuff. Yes. From storages. Oh yeah, super alloy. Super alloy is full. That is why. And super alloy rods are not full, but not far off from it either. Yeah, overflow. I'm sending way too much stuff here. I guess I need to cut that shipping off right now. You know what? There we go, like that. And that. There. Let me just double check that this is higher priority. Go here first. So it's not overflowing all my goods, my storage stuff. Actually, we're going to leave that off for a moment. Let that kind of burn out. And... I could do the little receiving... the rocket receiving bay thing on here, I guess. Wait, it's kind of like it's up there and it's not in way of the megadome. Yeah, this thing. There we go. Okay. These I'm gonna save them for a second. I will use them, but what I'm gonna do is they'll go to a phosphorus spot. I will you know what? I'm gonna need a teleport for that too. I'm gonna need to set up a little phosphorus farm, but not just, hey, farm phosphorus, we're done. We're gonna do a fertilizer phosphorus farm. Oh, come on. I know it can go here. It can float in the air. It can build on top of this. Come on. Fine. It goes like that. Okay. And I guess I probably need to set it back to receiving that and supplying, you know, whatever. I'll just dump these. There we go. Okay. Oh, I love how that's got like his own little separated, you know. Like the pole is too skinny for a shadow, but, you know, the top isn't. It's fine. Totally fine. So, yeah. Mega farm. And I'm kind of thinking start like a little ramp that comes up. We have the trade rockets. Then behind it, the actual farm. I've got my silkworm farm over there, so it's got a teleporter, and then we're gonna do a something over there type of farm. I feel like that could be interesting to maybe try and build the mega cookie farm over there, possibly. I'm just thinking it's gonna, I kind of like the idea of building specifically around the platforms that are naturally there rather than trying to build my own. And the farm will need its own platform. So, I'm not sure if I want to do the farm there, but we'll go over there in a minute. Let me grab at least this. Yes, there we go. All right, that's done. What am I missing up here? Nothing. Everything's good up here, so I can clear that once I get this stuff out of the way. Okay, I did one of each. I can find a spot for those up there. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Yeah. Okay, and good. All right. So the gas extractors, we'll just do them like here, so they kind of, you know, they're producing for here. That's my concern on these. And then whatever I need as far as producing for the fertilizer arrangement, I'll set up over at the little farm for that, the little phosphorus spot. That may actually work. You know what? Let's look at the map. That may actually work out. Instead of doing, here's the cookie farm right here. Or, yeah, because cookie farm, there's phosphor right here. I could actually tie it in where that could be at least a shorter trip for the drones to pick up stuff and carry it over here, and then have the trade rockets and the shuttles. I got enough food. Let's go over here. And I just want to jump into the water too. Very nice long fall. If somebody could make a mod that incorporates submergible, airlocked versions of our existing base stuff, it'd be really cool. Good use for this. Spicy dive, yeah. Honestly, that would be just a neat little thing. You know, I mean, what we complained about it for No Man's Sky, and we ended up getting the Nautilus or Nautilon. And then finally they came up with the underwater base stuff. We could use the underwater base thing in this. Totally. You know? Especially with Aqualis. I'm surprised that did not get added as like the ability to build underwater. Oh, okay. So you know what? The next DLC is a toxicity focused DLC. So at least we know for the main planet it's going to be toxicity focused. They may do, I don't know, they may have the moon come out separately from the DLC as just a free update later if you got the DLC. We could have, where this is a water world and stuff comes out of the water, we could have a water world where it's actually water. Like you are going underwater. You're building your base underwater, and you have to basically terraform to thaw out the lower areas of the water so it starts to warm up. Or, oh, well, you know, it'd be a neat idea, but it'd be kind of hard to have how we logically make it happen. But reverse that, go like on Europa, they expect, you know, there's warm ocean under the ice shell. So you'd have, how we get to the ice shell, you know, how we get through that. But that could be another idea, is have a water world where we are actually warming it up from the inside with the terraformation, doing stuff to warm it up until it finally thaws out, and you can now reach the actual surface of the water. Problem is, how do you get in the shell without landing on the surface and drilling first? So, you know, because the whole rocket thing, it's just gonna land you somewhere, so you'd be sitting on top of the ice. Maybe, yeah, do that where we start off, we are supposed to essentially, you know, warm things up so it melts further and further down. Instead of land coming out of the water, we free up stuff below where there's like rock formations, like other little things, and then as it warms up, that starts to get more life forms and aquatic plants, and then we'd have a reason to have a submergible underwater building capability. And we'd have like, oh yeah, this is totally different now. You're worried about, yeah, it's cold, but it's not like on Selenia where the cold, like it's harder to warm things up because of the environmental effect. It would be, you have less area to move through because it's all underwater. And now you are never going to get a full breathable atmosphere until you well, I guess maybe you could still have, because we'd be building on top of the ice and then over the water. Okay, I apparently built something here. and forgot about this. This is one of my, I guess, O2 bases that I left here. Oh, this is just like this is a nice teaser. It's just we don't have really enough depth to make it worthwhile to have a underwater base capability. But I feel like we should have that with a new world. Like, that'd just be awesome to have a way to go and say we're going to build underwater now and have our own, have like a separate underwater variation of our structures with like a little, instead of a door, it's an airlock. You come in and you got to close one door and then the next door opens, you know, like that. It just seems like that would be a cool little change. I also see a little bit more of a texturing to the underside than this. Okay. Fun layup. Hey, Jenny, you made it. Gotta find my way up. There we go. Jetpack for the win. So I'll have to actually follow a path. Just, you know, skirt my way up the side. And now I've got a climber. There we go. Yeah, I get up top of this. I am definitely, before I start building, putting like a teleporter up there. I don't want to go through this every time. I definitely want to leave the quartz and everything around all these, so it adds a little bit of vibrance to the landscape. Plus, I don't need it, so. Okay, so very top. See, this is not a very large area overall. Oh, poster. So I could build here and have it be like, oh, hey, here's the middle. I just build around the middle with, you know, this. And of course, it's going to make me point in a certain direction. So it's going to build this way, square wise. Also, I'm noticing I don't actually have a good view from here. It's foggy everywhere. I'm doing good today, Jenny. You got tasty snacks with you already? It's actually a very nice day here too today. It's like, I don't remember what the exact temperature was outside, but it was like cool enough without being too cool. So Timmy got really playful this morning. He was all fired up, wanted to play with his shark toy inside. We played with that for about 15 minutes or so. Then we went outside, played for like another 20 minutes, chasing the ball. He just wanted to get the ball, and instead of bringing it to me, he'd go and lay down like 15 feet away, so I have to come get it. And he just wanted to lay there, chewing on the ball and soaking up the sun. Because it's cool, but he can sit in the sun and not get overheated. And of course, I'm not going to build over top of the cosmic quartz up here. Also, there's no visibility, anything. I think that's why I decided not to build here previously, is you can't see anything outside this area. It might kind of look cool from this area, but you can't see from this area. Like, if I go over to the shell, it might look nice, but I won't see, like, I can't even see my shell with my base over there. I see one shell because of that thing. So yeah, that's why I think I did not build here. So I think instead of doing something here on the spire, because of, again, that visibility, we'll drop down and see how much it changes. But I think from the there, okay, so to have any visibility at all, I would have to build on the lower most platform here. I think this is the lowest one. I think. Let me go over here just to make sure before I fall. Yeah, that's the lowest of the taller platform. I'd have to build here. It's funny how many cosmic quartz spots there are on this one spire. You know, I mean, there's two at the very top. There's one right there. We're running out of places to put cosmic quartz. Here's another one. So we'll just throw it all on the big spire. Of course, also the was that the golden shells? Yeah, the thing is, I can see stuff from here, but it's still hazy. This is not the best place to build if you want a nice view, considering the haziness. Now, if they would get rid of the haziness after a certain terraformation index, it would have been a nice place. But the problem is that haze is sticking around. So I think I just build over here. Maybe we could do the farm. Mega cookie farm and phosphorus production right over here on the flatter top part. I mean, I need some water access for certain things. Kuzi. Well, that's a nice bit of rock right there that does not actually exist. You know, character just went right inside the terrain. You know, totally normal. Yeah. I think I can make this work. Ignore all the lower sections and just build up here. I know there was, like, there. If I could chop the trees down, that would help, because I could make room for the, you know, little farm set up there. Water there to produce, you know, down there, produce all the phosphorus and the stuff that make basically phosphorus and the tier 3 fertilizer down there. And then we'd have the farm here, and I still have to have a launching area. This could almost work. That is facing west, so it would give me a nice thing here. I could do it there. Again, I gotta worry about the range of the auto crafters in terms of making my cocoa, wheat, and then cookies. There's water there. I could do that. I could make the farm here. I could just make it where it's got like stilts and hold it above the height of the trees. And here's my cookie farm going up this way. Have a nice view from there. And then I'm right here. Here's the cookie farm. Here's maybe right here my shuttles and trade rockets. And then, you know, all the stuff for the fertilizer farm. This could possibly work right here. Because there, or well, maybe not even there. But, you know, I don't know how far out the phosphorus goes. So maybe the phosphorus for the fertilizer farm here. Cookie farm here. Trade stuff through here. Yeah, that could possibly work. I'm going to put me a little reminder here. I don't know how high I can go. Of course, it's not gonna place evenly. Fine. It's Jenga. And it's about to fall. Yeah, that could work. Just build up there. And where was it? Okay, so I'm like right in front of this. This is very rocky and uneven, so that be a little bit more difficult. I may have to build some kind of like overhang or something coming off the edge somewhere that handles the trade rockets. Or I could just build it, you know, right over here and just have that for phosphorus and fertilizer to ship over here. It's tempting just to be like, you know what? It's simple, it's a little closer, just a little path up, and then here's the big platform, just starts going bigger and bigger. And I'll make that like the thing here is more and more cookies. Alright, I guess I need to go this way so I can teleport and not have to try and climb up there. Wish we had like with the teleports, regular teleporters, we could have like a an upgrade piece that's like you could teleport your vehicle and then you have a cooldown timer for it. I wish we could have the same thing for ourselves, like where we could hit a button and it would give us the drop list of like, okay, pick where you want to teleport to, and then you can teleport yourself there from wherever you are, and not have to go back and find an actual teleporter. So yeah, I think I put that there. I'm gonna think about it for the farm, but I'm kind of leaning towards just right there for the farm. Okay. Get some water. Oh, you know, I just realized I don't think I actually did. I built the beehive over here. I think I forgot the beehive. I built the garden part. That I didn't build the beehive. Yeah, I forgot the beehive. Yeah, it's a supply all. We'll just do that. Supply everything. Honestly, I probably should just do a regular beehive for the for getting the honey. That way I don't have to worry about excess of bees. Okay, drones are starting to stick around here more, which is good. I'm actually getting stuff moved. I just got way too much of certain things. And I need some auto crafters. I did deconstruct one auto crafter. I know that. So, and of course yeah, that's all I have. Oh, wait, nope. They're the wrong thing. I just look for it, and it's because that's such a similar design. We'll just do the food on this one. Make me some food. Yeah. You like Occupy bars well? Or was that meant like well ... and you know, well, dump those there. Okay. Now let me think how I want to do this next. So I've got auto crafters finally going. I've got this stuff dumping out tons of supplies. Still not getting quite enough traffic with the drones. Apparently, you know, it's my silk is causing a bit of a problem, and they're still going back here for stuff. So let's clear some more junk out from the old base. I think I'm just going to end up moving all of this. Like every bit of it. Okay, you know what? I don't need this here. But yeah, moving, like, okay, this one I don't need for anything right now. I'm not buying anything here. Yeah, I feel like I may just take all this and we'll just put it up there. Let that be the new central base for everything. Just come in. And I may take the Megadome out now, because still not finding good use for it. Where's it? Aha! Avoided the meteor storm. So that's how you do it. You know, you move when everything's about to come in and hit, so you don't have to deal with being hit. Teases you with potential for a truly unique survival experience that's fairly realistic, but you have a nervous set of devs that are losing track of the original purpose of the game. Well, that's the thing, is, you know, the devs are always going to be trying to get more players, more sales of their game, and in the end, what that leads to is, hey, let's add in a whole bunch of Earth stuff, and you lose track of it. You know, you end up with updates and features coming in, leaving people complaining about why is it you haven't fixed these bugs, but you're adding all this extra stuff that we're not asking for. I want to say, I think it was Empyrean Galactic Survival one time, after I quit playing, that I remember seeing people were just, you know, the devs would post the update notes for here's the new update, and just be getting ripped apart on Steam from people saying, why is it you still can't fix these things that have been in since like version 5, but we're getting these new changes that nobody's asking for, and like the majority of the players were not liking, but they were trying to bring in, they were focusing on like a certain niche of players and not the overall player base, which is why I ended up stopped playing, because they, you know, they were making changes that were geared for a very specific group of people and not for the general player, and that left people finding the game less enjoyable. That's why I don't go back to making content for it, because I can find better stuff. You know, there's other games to play that are better in a lot of ways. The one advantage that Empyrean still has is the community aspect with the workshop, and people being able to share their creations on the workshop. But beyond that, the general gameplay and some of the physics and such is just, it's not a good game anymore. At least not for the price and for considering the lower quality of the graphics. Well, you know, that's the other thing. You got how many games now that end up like this one? People saying, is this new Subnautica? When we were originally doing this game in early access, people say it, why does this look like Subnautica? And it is, yes, the handheld thing, the tool that we're using to build stuff, and the building mechanics are very similar, but it's, you know, a different experience. We're not, you know, there's a whole different game mechanic. If this was just, oh, hey, we're exploring a different alien world, but instead of being completely underwater where we've got land, it's the opposite of Subnautica, but you still got the same gameplay overall with that. where you're just exploring and trying to get off the world, yeah, I would see that. But, you know, with this, yeah, there's visual similarities, and certain building mechanics and such, but we got a different game. You know, the focus is not survive and get off the planet, it's terraform the planet. It's, you know, building these other technologies to make this stuff happen. It's that kind of thing, and that change that gives us a nice variation from it being just another Subnautica clone. Because, like, how many Minecraft clones have come out that are so much similar or almost identical to Minecraft? Like, oh, what was it? There's one I did. Creativerse. Or Creativerse. It's something like that. It's fancier graphics. I remember that. But it's basically Minecraft. Like, exactly the same as Minecraft. Just better graphics. And designed more around co-op play. And I feel like you could do more, like, there were certain environment stuff that you could not change. So there was a little bit more of that, but it was basically just a Minecraft clone. You know, somebody comes out with a good idea, does well, people are going to copy it. And that's kind of the sad part, is that, yeah, you're going to have that much stuff happening, that many people just ripping off somebody else's work. And it's to the point now, it don't even matter. Like, I mean, look at Pal World. It's Pokemon meets Ark. You know, I mean, they straight up ripped off Pokemon in so many ways, and end up being, well, you're not going to really be able to do much because, you know, different countries of origin. You know, there's so many Chinese ripoffs of products and services that you can't really expect to get taken down, because China's not going to force the company to do anything to take it down, because, oh, hey, you know, we don't care. We don't care we're ripping off an American or British, Australian, Canadian. We don't care we're ripping off your ideas. We're fine with it. And you get that same thing with the games. You're going to have just generic copycats of games. Because you got so many people out there like, I can make a copy of this. I don't have to come up with the actual creative part. I know how to code, so I'll do the coding and just make a copy of this. Okay, I am going to take this out. We're not going to do the Megadome here, because the Megadome, I just don't like it. It just does not have the utility I expect. So I come up here. I'm going to put what will end up being a door here. Leads out to the top area. So I can always jetpack up, but I can also just not do that. I can just come up here and just walk out. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be kind of a neat little change. And stick with this vibe. Actually, I don't need that. I just need this. Tell you, come up here. Got a door. Throw out that. Walk out here. And now I can build my other stuff. So trade rocket, I guess. Oh, maybe we'll just do it like this. Yeah, that way I don't have to build like a stupid extra little platform. It'll just stick off the edge. Now hang on a second. I took out. I dismantled a trade extraction platform. Why can't I not build the extraction platform now? I got rid of the trade rocket, right? I mean, okay, yep, I got rid of the trade rocket. I got rid of The extraction, no, I didn't get the extraction. Okay, I got rid of the regular rocket platform, not the extraction one. Okay, so now we'll go and do this. Granted, I don't really need this anymore, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, I'm doing, I need to teleport. Okay. Of course, this one can't build floating in the air. Because why would it, you know? Okay. These are gonna be problematic. Of course they are. If I can make them work. Oh, I saw it turn green for a second. Yeah, I just place it there. I just jumped down and then I had to find a different way back up. That's doable, right? I can't build it on top of this, so let's see. Yeah, I really don't need the trade rocket platform. Well, no, I need the trade rocket platform. I don't need the extraction platform anymore. But good to go ahead and have a backup. You know, just in case I mess up. Alright, come on. Come on, place on something. Alright, fine. I am going to use my mod. I tried to be nice about it, but we're gonna go with the mod. Oh man, just one too close. That's why I was trying to get to place appropriately where it would not do that, and of course it didn't. Cow or KO. Thanks for joining. Okay, that's basically where I had it the last time. Let's just see if it's sticking. Well, it's sticking through my, yeah, walls. Okay, that's not happening. I may just do this for now, just for having it done. Because that way I can say, oh yeah, the platform's done. So now I can move it later, you know. And we'll just build this down there as part of the that thing. I'll still do the teleporter up here though. Yeah. That's a better option. I can do the teleporter thing up here. Okay. The one thing that's really gonna be problematic, I think, here is water. I'm gonna have to have water being produced really down below so it can get shipped up here. That stuff needs to come with me for other stuff. Yeah, stuff that's not getting collected or used. Okay, that. So 687 days on Mars was enough to give you an obsession, is what you're saying. You know, it's not good to be obsessed with certain things, Felonious. Some obsessions are unhealthy. Like water collector. Too bad there's not like a little pool of water up there. Can I make another one? Yes, I can. All right, so we'll have 2 of these going. Make sure I got plenty of water up there. I think it's that little spot right there. I feel like if I get at least the basic functionality going over there at the new location, that'll be enough. And then I'm gonna take that teleporter and put it right over here, so a much closer teleporter on ground level. And I think I'm just gonna get ready to start building the farm over there instead of doing it on top of that little flat area, just because this other little island is closer, less drone travel time, and flat water, you know, which gives me a lot more freedom in how I build. So I'll put a base there and a base there, and I'll just pipe some phosphorus over, because my other phosphorus spot way over there I can't deconstruct it because it's inside the terrain. Now, I know I followed a drone there one time, and I was like, okay, it's somewhere right around here. I just can't get to it. And now I forgot where that location is. Okay, he's got that. What was it? I did that. That one. That one. I didn't get that one. What was I deconstructed and got the quartz with? I don't remember where I got the quartz from. Yeah, it's supposed to supply. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna get those out of there. For now, we're gonna do a small trip. I'm gonna do one more attempt. Granted, now I just realized I need to trigger something, because there's no phosphorus pickups. You know what? Demand phosphorus here. Yeah, get rid of the supply stuff. That way, this is out of the mix now. Granted, it shouldn't have even been going on. Yeah, this is... I need the little rocket thing for watching the drones go around. I do. Oh, yeah, I do. I'm going back. And while I'm thinking about it, a shredder. I gotta take a shredder. So that, and I need to do the rocket. Doesn't matter what planet you do the rocket on, it works for all of them. Other than the terraformation ones, the utility rockets, like the drone visualization rocket here, will work on all of the maps once you launch it one time. The terraformation ones just don't spread their effect, so I'll just make everything. There we go. Got my goodies. I'm gonna launch that rocket. So now, boom, I can see drones everywhere. Go back. And drones. Look at the drones. They're coming this way. I figured, you know, one drone showing up, but apparently I'm gonna have like 80 or well 30 something because there's only 50 here. Yeah, I'm gonna move those. I've got to find this. I mean, I can't even, if I can at least find it, even if I can't target it in a way to deconstruct it, if I can at least get like, oh hey, I can access the inventory and turn off the supply thing for it, that would be great, because otherwise I can't get rid of the thing over here. And I just remembered I still got a big mega dome over here too, because I was gonna build something over here, and yeah, you're still too limited in the domes. I'm way ahead of those drones. Oh, is this, did I put a second one here? Did I, or is this the one that I've been looking for? Did it show up, or did I put a second one here? I don't remember. We're gonna turn that off. I'm gonna take this out, and I'm gonna deconstruct you. Let's see, they're turning around. They're like, oh, never mind. We're going back. But those are coming, so that still, to me, that says I've still got 18 or so pieces of phosphorus over here that they're going to come. Yeah, so there's still a second one. The original one's stuck over here. That's what I was going to do the phosphorus and stuff here, because there's literally water all around this spot. Okay. I gotta find them. Where are they at? Oh, they're literally coming right at me. Come on. Where you guys at? There's one. Where'd he go? Yeah. Can't find my way back up to see where the drones are going to. I mean, I'm literally looking at it. So they are down here. There we go. Okay, going in there, yeah. Somewhere inside of there. I'm here. There was like a depression or somewhere over here. I got really close to where I think they were going. But now I can't find it. It's somewhere in here. I feel like there was a cave or something in there that got me into this area. Okay, we got one coming. If I can find it. I could put stuff there. You know, to draw them out, but if I could find it, then I wouldn't need to draw them out. So, catch 22. I need a drone to lead the way. All right, he's getting close. Coming through there. There he is, right there. So he's going beeline this way. Oh, he came back. All right, so not too far. Yeah, that's still a spot. Okay. It's got to be somewhere like right in here. Oh yeah, and look, I'm, you know, in water, not in water. In water. Not in water. Yeah, the terrain's not mapped right here. Oh, what was that? What? Drink. There's literally a wall of water right here. Yeah. Why don't I play Subnautica anymore? Because I have put so much time into that game that I have burned out completely on it. Don't even want to play it at all. Because I've got, oh, it's close to 1,000 hours between the two games. So until Subnautica 2 ever comes out and can play it, and it adds some new variation to something interesting, I'm pretty much done with Subnautica just because I've done it. I've built pretty much everywhere. I've built all sorts of different things. Even with this game, you know, I've got more new content here with this game than I've gotten with Subnautica vanilla. It's just mods with this one that helped keep, or with Subnautica kept it going, and the mod I've been waiting for, they are still working on it, and they kind of went, FCS kind of went silent for a year. So yeah, it's just a case of I just don't have any interest in playing Subnautica anymore. I've put my time in. I got other stuff to play that's more enjoyable. Okay, so that is somewhere down in here. I'm just gonna assume it's like right underneath all of this. And of course, I can't target the stupid thing to deconstruct it. Which you think it would have caused it to like lift up or something. Oh hey, this is coming out of the ground. Reset everything based on the new terrain. Yeah, literally nothing in here. $60 months. There you go. That is a very nice milestone, Jenny. All right, heck, I may just have to do a phosphorus thing here, because no matter what I do, there's something in this area that is going to produce phosphorus, and they're going to travel over here to get it. So maybe I could put at least something here that will let them like do a short trip to collect some phosphorus. I can always just build like a single drone station here and let them just, you know, park. I don't remember finding this spot before. I may have, I just don't remember it. Is it possible I could find... Yeah, no, I'm way over here. Pulsar, or a cosmic quartz, though. There. Why is there not a spot like that over here where I go swimming around inside and grab stuff? I need a glitch option. I think maybe it's like somewhere over in here. I also had it where I was like, I pinpointed it closer to the target spot. of wherever that robot is. That's what that was. I got that. That's, yeah, okay, that was the supplies there. Okay, you guys are coming back in. Problem is that icon gets in the way, so I can't see where they are exactly, like, turning around. Okay, about 8 seconds going in and turning around at a drone's speed, so I want to say it's somewhere around here. Yeah, so it's right about this spot on the map. So I'm gonna say it's right around in here. Maybe I'll just click rapidly. I can deconstruct something at random. Okay, I'm saving because I'm concerned I'm gonna break something here. But I need cobalt too. All right, let me find some cobalt. I have an idea. Possibly a bad idea. Actually, it probably is not going to work now that I'm thinking about it more. If I could possibly get a ladder to build in the right spot, I might could use it as a way to glitch down. I don't think it's going to let me build it quite the way I want. Let's see. There's nothing back here. And of course, there's nothing here to let me in, so. If I could get underneath, I know what I could do. That would be an easier fix. It's the part of going downwards to glitch rather than upwards. It's got to be somewhere right about here. And down a very short distance. Problem is that I do need a way to get down there. Okay, you know what? I've broken apart enough stuff. We're gonna just slap one here. Say that's, I think, roughly where that stupid robot is that I can't reach. So I guess I need to see if you know, at one point there was an advanced commands console mod that gave you some nice capabilities, one of those being flying, because it let me do some very nice video tracks for some of the guide videos, because I could fly up high and I could like strafe at a certain pace instead of having to worry about the jetpack. I wonder if there's an update to that one or something else that give me a no clipping option to fix that, because that's going to be a hang up there, as I'm still going to have one drone and then another drone every now and then going out there to pick up some stupid phosphorus, because I can't get to the robot to you know, fix it. So what I'll do, is... Let's go ahead and put the robot over here. Make sure it's going to pick up phosphorus, and I'm going to see how far over I can get from this and have it actually pick up. Like, what's the distance I can achieve? And then the drones can... Well, I'll leave it to not even feed the drones right now. Won't supply anything. I'll just have it there, and then it can handle drone from there to there for the farm. Oh, Jenny, sorry. Sorry, I thought it said Jenny, Jason. I thought it was hers. I was like, I just looked at it and it was like right by her name. Or popped up right next to it, so sorry. Occupy was fun for a bit, but inconsistent mechanics and ending was a letdown. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. Alright, we're gonna throw it right here. I can get phosphorus. I am here. Okay. So that's a good bit of range. Yeah, just to make it easier to place, I'm gonna land right here. And there. Yes, phosphorus. Okay. So, phosphorus area, I'm way over here. And then my jetpack doesn't want to work. Let's just really push it. Let's just see how far out I can go. Nothing. Okay, so here, no. But over here, yes. Let's go for right about there, I think. I really want to find like that sweet spot. Okay, yep, too far right here. So let's get, okay, so about that far. Okay, so let's go a little bit further in. It'd be great if we had like a measuring thing on the map. I know I did it right off of that, so there we go. Okay, so yeah, from there to here you can still get phosphorus, so plenty of room. That's just gonna be the better spot for the farm, is coming off of here and building the big cookie farm there. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it that way. Okay, so I got a robot. Yeah, just the one. That's at least a much shorter distance from that spot. Yeah, I gotta see if there is a no clipping mod for the game. Or if not, Akarnokd! We need Akarnokd to write a no clipping mod. He is laid out now. Yeah, he's just got those legs. Such a rough life. So tough, you know. Too many toys to choose from. Not enough time to play with him before he's exhausted. Ah, such a rough life. For Timmy. Poor Timmy. Okay. I would think I got all my stuff like kind of sorted well enough back at the mega base. And it's not cold enough right now for a blankie. And he's got his blankie. He's got the little dragon one right here under it. usually I have got this like nice pad under it, but you know, when it's warmer, I just leave the little dragon blanket there because it adds a little bit more padding for him. But yeah, when it gets cooler, I'll probably either throw that over him or grab his other little blankie I got him that's got like better insulation on it. This is a thin blanket, so when it gets a little chillier, he can have it for that. But then when it gets wintertime, he'll have like his he'll be wearing his little shirts and or maybe put his PJs on him if it's you know, gonna be a lazy day for us. Right now it's too warm in here for him to need a blanket. Oh, I finished all those. That's good. Okay, so I have a spare thing. Let's dump. Yes. Okay, there we go. So that is filling up. That's still like that. Okay. How am I doing on water? My water starting to fill up? Yes, it is. Okay, we're doing good on that. And I'm up even more tokens than what I've spent since we started. So yeah, I can always go order some more supplies. Okay, those are going obviously to the silk farm. The great thing there is I did set it up so that basically they go there, they grab the silkworms and dump them right there into the shuttle. So they go out there and do their thing, come right back. They don't go out there and then go over here to do that kind of thing. So that's what I want to do with the phosphorus setup, is I want to have where it dumps and I go and make all the stuff for fertilizer tier 3 there. Or yeah, go up here. So I got the algae stuff, so we'll do the algae and the eggplant garden, tier 2 outdoor farm for just each of these. So it'll be eggplant and then the squash, and that's it. Then phosphorus. So the phosphorus will get shipped over, make the fertilizer. Actually, I'll just do all that together. I'll just make it so that none of that stuff is used for exporting. No supply and no demand other than the actual fertilizer and phosphorus. I guess maybe phosphorus, so if there's like the fertilizers hold up, it'll get some phosphorus out. No, actually I don't need that. I know what I need for that. I just need an auto crafter. So let's get something at least kind of in place, I think. So we'll do algae. I'm gonna do like 2 algae things over there, and I'm gonna build it all in like one little spot. So where Mr. Robot is, it's gonna be the little base area. Should be enough. Okay, so we're gonna do just gonna pop. Well, bioplastic nuggets. I am short some nuggets. I have no mushrooms. Okay, great. Yeah, I need some farms for that. So I'm gonna redo some things. I'm gonna throw some farms out too, and I need bioplastic nugget and tier 3 fertilizer for that. Okay, so we'll start with just the 1 algae thing at least. I can't, you know, I'll go back. This is almost ready to come out, because once I get this going, I can take these and move them over there for shipping, and then this will go up top, and yeah, I'll move the other rocket platforms. So I got a thing. I'll go ahead and make another algae generator here. Okay. So, yeah. One more algae gen. Some reason right here it's gotta think about it when it's gonna glitch. On the air stuff. And then I'll need the fertilizer, or one farm for eggplant, one farm for mushroom. I need some farms actually at the base. So, same thing, eggplant. Or not mushroom, squash. Squash, and then a mushroom one. So yeah, I'm taking 5 farms with me. And then the auto crafters I should be okay with. Okay. Yeah, so I'm fine. Oh, I didn't build the shredder yet too. I forgot to build that. I've got the supplies, I just forgot to use them. I was about to stop and go get stuff for a shredder, but I was like, wait, I did this. I didn't actually put it in place yet. Yes, the shredder. Arch nemesis of the turtles. Demand. Honestly, I don't want to demand too much right now. We'll just do it. I'll turn that on, but I won't do anything yet. Because I don't want to waste super alloy. I just want to have it where basically if I keep shipping stuff from Prime here, and then it's just like the overflow is getting destroyed, I'm kind of just wasting my resources. Prime then, so I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Well, I did not build that one far enough back. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there we go. You know what? Yeah, it's gonna go up here. Actually, let me double check, because there is a foot that hangs down. Did not hang down. Okay, good. There's, yeah, those pipes. That's what it is. They were sticking out this way. Okay, that will... Still not ideal, but it will work. Yeah. Okay. Let's grab eggplant. Yeah, see eggplant. Squash. And a mushroom. There we go. I want to get these done first, at least. So. Yes. All right. We're going to have beans. Eggplant. Squash. Mushroom. There we go. So now I have all my plant stuff for production up here. And that leaves me needing eggplant and... No, seriously. No, not what? Eggplant, beans, and mushrooms. Where's the squash? Did I seriously, like, have only one squash seed total here? I have one squash seed. One squash out of all that. Okay, well, the saving. At least my autosave is not doubling today. It's not doing it twice. I still don't know why that happened. Seed packets. Oh, and I did already get some. Oh, okay, I had them. Yeah, do that. Okay. So cocoa, wheat. Oh. I thought I had, okay, maybe, oh, no, now I remember, that's right. You can't choose to supply these seed packets. They don't have the option. Even though you're supposed to be able to do all the other stuff, you can't supply the seed packets, which means you have to come here and actually, you know, pick them up. Okay. And while I'm thinking about it, because I did supplies for no one, throw that on there. Okay. And I got farms I need to throw on there. Yep. I'll just go ahead and just for making sure I have them, I'm not going to waste any supplies accidentally. Yeah. You know what? That is not filling up that quickly, so those can stay there. Well, okay. Checking my microphone as I bumped it a little bit. So fertilizer, algae, got 2 of those, 1 farm, and then I'm gonna have the sulfur production, and I don't have sulfur production here. So I am going to have to start shipping some sulfur in. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm going to have to ship sulfur in, which means I'm going to need another one of those that's what it was, the receiver for the phosphorus. Or for the... Yeah, this. I was receiving the super alloy. Well, I've got plenty of that right now, so... I'm going to have to put one of those there, and I'm going to have to add a shuttle to send sulfur here, which I'm producing quite a bit back there. It's almost to the point, if I'm going to have to, yeah, I'm rethinking this now. If I'm going to have to redo that, if I'm going to have to ship sulfur here to be able to produce fertilizer, and then ship and then produce fertilizer tier 2, and then ultimately use the phosphorus produce fertilizer tier 3 to ship it back, I just need to build the shipping thing there, because there's no point in having it where I have to ship something here to then ship the end product back as much when I could, you know, it's still adding an extra bit of work here. Yeah, I just need to turn... okay, that's just... Okay, well, don't need to do as much as I was planning to do. I don't need... I don't need these now. I mean, I'll need the gardens later, so that's still okay. Yeah, I'll still will need that later. I'm just gonna need to take those shuttles and move them. And they're just gonna go over there and literally just ship phosphorus back, which I did not like the idea of. I thought about saving trouble and just shipping the end product. Not worth it. And that means ultimately I'm going to still need drones to go over here, grab phosphorus, ship it over here to this thing. Yeah. All because we can't drill on this planet. Like, I feel that should change once we get to a certain terraformation level, because, hey, landmass has appeared. Now let me drill and extract stuff from this landmass. So I can at least produce some phosphorus now. Come on, we already made it past the tough part of not having resources. Let me make some resources. Timmy. Got a little scratching. All right, I'm just gonna start building my little farm here. And I'll just go over here like this. Or at least not so much the farm, but at least like the starting point. I'm gonna use these. And then, I mean, I guess I could just build straight out from there. Long little walkway, but I kind of like the idea of this little ramp coming up, and that gives me basically, this is the middle path, and then this is going to be the sides. And the middle path, I can line the auto crafters for the wheat, auto crafters for the cocoa, and then auto crafters kind of towards a certain point in the middle to create the cookies. And then that gives me, if I got the supplies, I'm missing rocket engines, but basically then I can build the rockets out this way and out this way and create that. So yeah, that gives me an option for that. And then I just need the 2 shuttles for shipping back phosphorus, which I'm already set to receive anyway. So fine, I'm just gonna, you know, turn this into a shipping spot for phosphorus, nothing else. So I can do this. Oh, look at that. Perfectly aligned. Then I can do, even though it's going to be a pain, I can still do it like this, where, hey, you just walk out. Yeah. Disable build constraints for the win. Yeah, just walk in. Go here. All right, so you are going to be enabled. You are going to demand the lovely phosphorus, and you are going to go to prime. Same thing. Enable, demand, phosphorus, go to prime. I should have, yes, drones bringing phosphorus here, I guess. And then a whole batch of them going that way suddenly, because it's like, oh, hey, there's a place to put phosphorus. Which is funny that they're going here instead of going over here where that robot is. Oh, wait, that's right. I did not set the robot to provide phosphorus, because I was planning on just having everything next to it. Oh, actually, you know, I just thought of it. Is there a spot here for sulfur? There is a sulfur spot. Oh, man, that is way too far away. So I can do the sulfur here. That's just way too far off. I don't like it. And the nuggets. I could just start producing the nuggets with the robot. I don't like having to do drones that far off. Why is there not a sulfur spot over here? This is starting to say I should just deal with it. No farm here, farm here. Where I got the other base, I just need to turn that into the big cookie farm and shipping spot for the phosphorus, because phosphorus, and then sulfur to come back here too. Yeah, great. Now that makes me want to just take this out too. And not have this producing here, just put it all up north. That's frustrating. Because I want to do that. I want to have it be a produce here and ship the fertilizer tier 3 back, not specifically just the phosphorus. All right. Here we go again. You know, the bioplastic nugget, I'm not so worried about. I can grow mushrooms here. You know, make bioplastic nugget. Sulfur. I feel like there should be another spot for sulfur here instead of just one. Especially way over there. Again, if we had like, here's the drones, and these are short-range drones, and then we have a larger cargo shipping drone that takes like a big batch of stuff, kind of like a mini shuttle, not to go off-world, but specifically just to transport from one spot on the same map to another spot. That makes sense. I could have my little pack of drones over there, just collecting the sulfur, dropping off here, and oh, the shuttle is full. The shuttle drone, it's time for it to ship. And it ships everything over. You know what? We're gonna expand on this. That's the height I'm gonna go with. So we're just gonna expand out. And I'll redo well, if I can get it to, I'll redo that part later. Why are you wanting to snap just for that one spot? Okay. Yeah, that'll work. For now. Farm temp. And then I'll get that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pretty much in the middle right now, so we'll just count this as kind of, yeah, the middle of it. That should give me a sufficient amount of room, I think. You know, like, okay, so like, yep, here, like that should be good. Yeah. So autosave. So this will be the middle path wherever it ends up needing to go to. I'm just gonna build a bunch. I've got a teleporter. I can go back, get more iron. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, so now, and of course I can't see the structure. Don't show this, just show that thing. And apparently, I guess this little spot, because there's a teleporter there. I'm not sure why that would cause it. Be like, oh, we'll show these because there's a teleporter on it, but the rest we won't show it. I may not even worry about slopes for here if I can get up top. There we go. So I'm just gonna do this out of the middle of it. This is the middle spine part. Then rockets, 2 pads of rockets, and then that gives me basically this side going across for cocoa, this side going across for wheat, and then this just becomes literally the middle of it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and I'll just stack over the end. Kind of figure out how I want this to line up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that becomes middle. Cross. Yeah, we'll just stick with it. Even number on each. So. Okay, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So one from the end. So basically this little area, well, did I do it right? 1, 2, oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the middle. Okay, no, I did it wrong. 1 on each end, like that. And basically, this is just kind of a guide for me to see how it's going to lay out. So that creates this area, yeah, to be my new central management spot. So everything on this pad is the middle of what's going to be the farm. So now I just need to lay out things. So we'll just start with, why not in the middle? Teleporter. Cookies. Cookies are us. There we go. That can line up. That's right. You can't do a return on it. Can't do a like, hey, line return. Come on. Nope, can't do it. Okay. Well, new base. So this is cookies. This side is gonna be like, say, wheat. That side is gonna be that, and then this is gonna be those. I can do because phosphorus and such from there. I can add that on this side and then have it be, well, I need some trade rockets too. Actually, I know what I can do, because the trade rockets, I think, will leave me a gap on each side. If I still do cookies and phosphorus together, or fertilizer together, so I'm still kind of leaning on just shipping the phosphorus by itself now. And just making this the cookie thing. You know what, for now, let's just get back to at least... Nope, not everything. Let's supply phosphorus. Wait, what am I doing? Not supply. Demand phosphorus. Get rid of that. The other stuff, the actual demand and supply stuff, is one at a time. This apparently decided to do both. Yeah, enabled. All right. So phosphorus, I'm at least a little bit closer to that point. I'll go throw some stuff there. You know, honestly, actually, goes back to, again, the distance. I need sulfur for that stuff. I can just do the base there. Not the megadome, but I can do a base there. Phosphorus, sulfur's over here, gets shipped over here, produces the fertilizer, launches the fertilizer from there. For now, I can just have this doing that. All right, see you, Jenny. Early dinner. That's what happens when you get older. You start eating at 4 o'clock for that early bird retiree special. I'm gonna have a lot of drone traffic here. Yeah, I'm stuck. That's nice. I think if I ever play a fresh game save with Aqualis again, I am just gonna stick with everything in the middle. I'm not gonna do the building on top of that or wherever because of cosmetic. This is just gonna be strictly build everything in the middle because of proximity to everything else. I mean, honestly, right now, I could just take these and the other robot and toss them on the other island, just have all that there for quicker shipping. And let's just see. Nope, did not get anything yet. Okay, great. Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna save some travel time. They're coming over here anyway. I can't get rid of this stupid phosphorus spot over here. Just might as well deal with it. I'm just gonna pick a spot. Yeah, I still got a little bit of iron. I can pick a little spot over here and build a small little platform. Jenny has been I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying she's old. I'm just saying there's a correlation when you eat dinner this early in the day. It's because you're about to go to sleep extra early. It's like, oh man, it's almost sunset. Better get to bed for the night. I mean, she could just be wanting to go to dinner early so she can get back and, you know, game till like 3 a.m. and be like, I ate food already. I'm good for a while. I'll just put it to the side. It's easy enough. There we go. So we got these. They're going to be right next to the phosphorus production. Which means they come over here, grab the supplies, drop them off on here, and then go back. So it does at least streamline things a little bit as far as drone travel. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this other robot, because I can manipulate where this one goes. It's going over here. If I can get that other one out, then yay. But I'm not holding my breath for that one. $25. Go ahead, launch. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm honestly now just point of saying, forget it, not worry about it. Yes, I could get that there, and I probably could get a robot placed here. But look, it would have to come all the way across here, even to here, dropping off supplies. And then still go way over here. It's just not... Like, really, almost the middle of the map is right here. like just out in the water is about where the actual middle of the map is in terms of resources. I'm just gonna ship phosphorus for now. We might try the fertilizer farm setup, but it really feels like they intended for you not to do that here. Even though there's a sulfur spot there, sulfur's used for other things, it feels like they didn't want you to do it because it's placed way over there. And you'd have to go and build something like right out here, not only for the fish eggs, but to get between these two to grab those supplies. And then you're far away from the silk larva spot. I think I'm gonna need more drones here. So this will be strictly for the new special cookie farm. Take that out. I'll end up taking those back to the cookie spot. Yeah. These will go back over there to the cookie spot. This, I want to be fast and easy access, so... Prime. Yep, calm down. This, do I have anything? No, I don't. Cool. Okay, so this can now get moved back to here. Same idea. I get super alloy rods, and they get, well, supply everything. Yeah. Okay, and then... Oh. Back to cookies are us. And, I guess right back where I had it before. I'll just go ahead and put these back over here. Yeah, I'm not going to use it. Really. I see no reason I would need the, extraction platform right now. And other than just for the sake of saying, look at my terraformation index on even this planet, I'm not going to be using the rocket launcher. I did what I needed to get my terraformation up to max, unlocks, and that's it. Okay, so I will need some of that there. I do need to kind of, I guess... Well, if I can just do all the tier 3 production Okay, that's supplying. Yeah, that's supplying. Again, these are way too slow. Really, those are way too slow. We need an upgrade for those. You know what? For now, we're not even gonna request it. We're just gonna do nothing with that because I've got too much. Okay. So that should start to clear some of that out eventually, I think. Take that. Actually, no, that's good. I can leave that there. The poster, taking that. I think that's the only thing I really want to take with me right now to back to Prime. What am I doing? I gotta go. Now I gotta remember I'm not teleporting to go do this. I'm going up here. Yeah, my phosphorus. That is full. That is not. So what am I? I know they're shipping stuff here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got my posters are all up here. The only place I've actually done anything with a mega dome to some degree of success. Okay, had an extra one. No, let's see. Oh, and grab these to carry a whole bunch back. Be covered on that. Yeah, okay. I need, well, that's a spare one for that. That is, yeah, recycled. Let's do another auto crafter because you can never have too many. Let me double check, make sure I didn't put like anything else. Nope. Okay. I didn't swap any of these out for it, so yes, I need fertilizer tier 3. Yeah, I need to start ramping that up. Wherever I put some phosphorus somewhere over here. How's it? Phosphorus, right? Yeah, that's full. Okay. It's full, but I don't have any in the thing over there. I should have got some in that thing already. All right. Tier 3 fertilizer. That'll start burning through my phosphorus. Plenty of tier 3 fertilizer to take back. We'll order some more C's. Only 2,700. I'm about to break 1,000,000 tokens today. So, you know, not to brag, I'm about to be a millionaire. So that's going fine. I still need... Yeah, I want to say I still haven't gotten the other species that I need for life types. I don't think I did. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I am still missing species 4, which supposedly you only get from loot. I just really need 1, because then I can get more of it. So. You know, let me look, because I feel like I remember vaguely where that was, and I saved a bookmark for these. Snoober, species 4, four-legged beetle-like from loot. Does not say specifically what planet map we get that from in loot. Loot found in treasure crates or from petting animals. But the only way you can get it is from loot. And it doesn't say, like on number 5, Muthus, the four-legged ox, is prime, humble petting. Akarnokd, Aqualis, moon petting. Arbatio, Selenia, moon petting. So there's, or prime and humble petting on Muthus. So it's not from petting, it's literally from loot, is what it's making it sound like. And I don't know which place it should have the loot from, and it doesn't tell me a specific location. So it seems like I should have gotten a species 4 trait by now, and I seem to be still lacking that, unfortunately, because I do want to still create like a big one pet, one animal house thing for each type, and then max them out. You know what? Let me just go look, see how many silk larvae do I have at the moment, because I stopped shipping them here. I am full here. Let's go to Selenia and see how many I've shipped there now, because that is one of the good things about Aqualis. Got a spot that generates silkworm. Okay, I do have it where they are receiving and transferring, right? Yes, somewhere I put something for silk. Almost full. So it's time to do a bit more building here, try to burn through some of this. Aqualis is going to help make more money overall from any other planet, because I'm going to end up putting a cookie farm there, and it's producing the silk larva to boost Selenia. So it gets credit. It's like a finder's fee. Aqualis gets like a 10% credit for helping boost Selenia's production. Yeah, zeolite. So I've got, oh yes, thank you. I've got plenty here. Okay. You know what? I've got silk larva there, so I don't have to worry about taking silk larva with me. And that should have water there, but I'm producing plenty here, so we'll take it. Okay. Just because I'm running out of room. We're about to get Selenia freed up a little bit. Great. I need a temporary storage spot. Sure. Yes. Okay. So. Right. Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh, one of those. All right. So 2 rows, 2 rows, 2 rows, and then 3 rows there. So yes, that gives me. Well, you know what? Before I do that, probably need to have the place to build them. You know? Kind of helps if you go ahead and have the extra space for building your new silk generators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So I'm about to do number 9 or number 10 and 11. And I got enough for another one. So I'm going to do, this is going to go up to floor number 12 now. Well, it's not what I wanted. I got to remember, I got to start bringing a thing to just build a little pad or something to land on. Or just hope I can get clear enough that it works. Yes. I'm going to build this so tall, it's going to be like jumping off the top of that shell where my base is at on Aqualis. I'll make it where I jump down and it's just like 30 seconds later, I finally get down to the ground level. Yes. Okay. Right. All right. So we got that. So now I need, well, I don't have to go back and get it. I could start building, but just because it's even out this way, I'll get it. So this will burn through the first row of, so that's it. Yeah, this is going to generate a good amount. That's at least 3 more levels of silk farm. I've got to move these closer on these other floors, like how I've done these. Okay, did they finish that floor? Yes, it is done. There we go. Again, why a blueprint and quick, you know, build kind of thing, like, hey, snap this on top would be so amazing right here. Just go put everything you need in there. And with a stacking mod, I could really load it up and then just be like, build me 4 more floors. And I just have to worry about building the ladder part of it. The inside ladder, so I can get up to the top and it'd be like, hey, look, yeah, there's 3 more floors of the silt generators. Done just like that. Try to make sure I don't let it get too far out from the wall or from the next one over. I know it's been variable based on my placement on each level, but I feel like it was somewhere around 50 at least per floor I was getting. 54 maybe on that last level. I can't remember, but yeah, let's see, 3 rows. I've got enough. I should be able to produce 60 in terms of the actual silk larva in my inventory. So we'll see once I get done with this how many I actually got, and then I'll know how many more floors I'm going to need to set up. Okay. That is 33, so I have 11 left, so I was able to get 49 built on this floor. So I was close. It was 50, around 50, depending on how I can squeeze them together. So that's not bad. If I could get it, if I could get it laid out just right where I could get in one more somewhere without it being like on the back wall, that'd be exactly 50. That'd be a very nice level of production on a single floor. 50 silt generators, including the space for the optimizers and the auto crafters. There we go. Out of room. Yeah. And that means I'll have enough for another floor. Yep, that's going to cover the rest of this floor, plus in that case it'd be 22 of the next floor. So I come back, drop off the supplies, and or get the supplies for these. I'm about to need a bunch of optimizer fuses. Yeah, I'm gonna need, I think I had, I don't remember how many I got. I think it was like 24 last time. I just ordered 24 of them, so I'm gonna need to order some more. And then some more. I may need a second trade rocket just for launching to purchase things at this point. And it is gonna be a non-stop, like, ding, ding, ding at some point. I may get to the point where it's like literally almost every few seconds there's at least one ding of tokens being recovered. You know, if you want to go and do all those procedural wrecks and explore to make all your money, hey, go for it. You want to try to focus on optimizing the maximum output of a pulsar quartz farm, go for it. This is just honestly infinitely scalable as long as I can produce power and silk larva. You'll hit a stopping point with the pulsar quartz where you can't producing more at a higher speed because you just don't have the resources. They don't have the space to keep building. Make things produce a little faster, but you're gonna run out of room. This I can keep building vertically. I've got more and more money coming in. Okay, that's another. Yeah, I could easily squeeze at least one more in there if I could get it placed right. Oh, no, that's it. Yeah, okay. I was about to say that I saw the 6 at the end, and then I had to think it's like I just came back with double. Yeah. All right, yeah. 2 more floors with. Can I make enough optimizers? I think I might be able to. No. Okay, so just dump that. And some oxygen and water here waiting. Okay. I'll get some optimizers and order whatever fuses I need. as I'm about, you know, I want to at least hopefully see 1 million tokens in my my total value. You know what, those gotta go with me. I'll just put them there. Bunch of phosphorus still need to be pulled up here. Let's see, how am I doing on my... Still going. All right. 994,000. I literally need less than 2,000 tokens. And I'm at 1 million. $30 fuses. I am short 6. So I'll need 36 for what I have there. So, oh, we got a big rocket or big meteor coming in. I'm trusting I will produce enough before this returns and takes the money out. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm at less than 5,000. Or what? Unfortunately, not 6,000. Yeah, not 2,000. What was I thinking? I'm not mathing today. I've got less than 5,000 now. And all right, see you, Jason. All you old folks leaving. Gotta get that early bird special, like Jenny. And I'll just go ahead and make these here because I know I'll need them. That's per floor. 4 auto crafters. And 6 optimizers while I wait on fuses and a save. 199,363. Literally, I just need like 3 more rockets. 3 more rockets, and then, like, you know, like one to just launch with maybe a couple. Okay, there goes another one. All right. Oh, there goes another one. Now, oh, there it is. 1 million credits. 1 million tokens. I am a millionaire. That's it. I can't retire now. I'm done. You know. Planet Crafter tokens are not a taxable asset. So I don't have to pay taxes on them. I'll get the windows taken care of after this. Oh god, you know what? That's actually like close. That's not. I'm gonna fix these now. Okay, that one's still too far out. Slightly. The amount of crafting that's happening in 1 second. Okay, auto crafters. I think I'll just start it like right there. Yeah, on each side. No, do not wiggle at the end. You stay where I'm aiming. There we go. May have gone a little bit too close on those, but it's fine. I'll make some fabric and we will supply, you know, everything. Why not? Make some fabric, supply everything. Actually, you know what? No, because sometimes I do take, because if it stocks up too much, I take the silk, and put it in those. So no, we're gonna actually, yeah, that's right. Pick one item to supply just so I don't actually start supplying silk when I need it to stay here and generate more fabric. I should have brought supplies to make a another ladder. Well, I don't have the top piece yet, so I guess it's okay. Get those. Jenny is back from her early bird dinner special. Jenny, did you enjoy your senior citizen discount for eating dinner so early? I said it could be possible you were playing an all-night gaming run, so you wanted to eat early so you could get started. Because only senior citizens go eat this early in the day. For dinner, you know, you're like, oh yeah, it's dinner, I need to go eat dinner. Gotta get there at 4 o'clock, beat the crowd. Gotta get that early bird special discount. Your mom made Hey, you got an extra A in there. I'll let you figure out which one it is. Fajitas. Yeah. Gotta get those fajitas. Maybe it's fajitas. Oh, there's launching again. Goes that Selenia. That's it. There you go. Fajitas. And YouTube just demonetized me right there. Yeah, I can do it that way. No. Yes. I'll get the windows after this. Yep. Can't talk about fajitas on here. Getting demonetized. I guess unless you mark for education. And we're an educational channel, right? Welcome to Spicy After School. Spicy Tutor. Actually, I was just thinking in my head I should do like, instead of Sesame Street, it's Spicy Street. And we'll have just like Count Jalapeno instead of Count Chocula. Or whatever the count is. You know, Count Jalapeno. What'd be a good one? Big Pepper instead of Big Bird. I'm trying to think of one. Dang, I know it's the seasoning. I've got a bunch of it, and now I can't think of it because I was trying to think of it, and now my mind went blank. All right, yeah, I gotta look this up. Oh, that did not give me what I was looking for. Nope. Still did not give me what I was looking for. Now this is gonna bother me trying to remember what is I'm thinking of. It starts with a C. It's a spicy seasoning you can get, and basically it's not its own pepper like most people think. It's actually just the roasted version of another pepper. Chipotle. Oh yeah, it's not chipotle peppers. They're really just actually I want to say that's jalapeno peppers when they're cooked a certain way. So count Chipotle or the Chipotle monster instead of Cookie Monster. We can do that. Chipotle monster. C's for Chipotle and Chipotle is for me. And totally, I could do it. I could do Spicy Street. Be a #1 hit show for all the kids. I get syndicated in a heartbeat. I just know it. I need one more, yeah, because there's 12 per floor, and I got 3, so I need 36. There we go. What's some of the other Sesame Street characters? Let's see. There's Groucho, right? The one that was in the garbage can. That's or Oscar. No, that's Oscar. Yeah, right. Oscar's the one in the garbage can. I haven't seen Sesame Street since I was a kid, so I don't remember the names. I know there's the Snuffleupagus. And so that's the easy one, Spicy-upagus. It's a big elephant, and he just goes around hoovering up hot sauce with his trunk, you know? Yeah, there we go. You didn't really watch it? I watched it when I was like a little kid, you know, very little. So, quite, you know, more than a couple of decades since the last time I watched it. We'll say that. I'm not going to date myself as far as my age. It's just too close to it. We'll say it's at least been a couple of decades since I watched it as a little kid. I know there's Bert and Ernie. And then Elmo. Elmo, we got to do something very special for that annoying little thing. That's the annoying one. So we got to do something very special for Elmo. In terms of a spicy name. I know, we'll just call him Hell No. Hell No instead of Elmo. And he'll be the one that every time somebody's like, this is too spicy, he pops up and just says, that's Hell No. There we go. That's it. I already see a collaboration with Hot Ones in the works. Yes. You know it. We'll do it. Had the puppets on Hot Ones answering all the spicy questions and eating hot wings. It'd be the most talked about Hot Ones episode ever. No, I did not want to open that. Thank you. There we go. All right. That's all my new floors done. So, well, I got to do, yeah, another floor of those. And I got to wait on my, well, my money's back down below $1 million. Means I got some fuses to go pick up. That at least cleared out a bunch of larvae here. I still have a ton in prime I need to bring back. Oh, and of course I've got more larvae here. I didn't even use all of them, so I still have like another good couple floors. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I can easily go like another. I probably have enough. I could almost double it in terms of the silkworm from there and this plant. I could probably get close to doubling the size of that right now if I wanted to. That's enough for the moment. Other thing I gotta get. Well, I gotta go order some more. Yeah, about to spend all my money. All my money. You know, over 1 million tokens. I'm gonna spend it all very quickly. Yeah. Okay, so those will come back. I'll get them. So 2, 3. Actually, no, I did 3 more floors. Yeah, so wait, no, that's right. It's 18 per floor. So 2, 3. Did I get enough? 54. Yeah. Hang on, I gotta do my math in my head. Yeah, that should be exactly enough, actually. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because it's 16 per or 18 per floor, and I've been ordering an extra 6. So 3 rounds would be 3 orders would be another 6, which would be an extra floor. So perfect, great. All right, I need 3, 4, and. All right. All right, that's launching. I don't see anything getting picked up from there, but that's okay. I may have to do some in-between work, doing some more level builds on this. If I can remember to this week. Because let's ask, or I may just, you know what, may just let it stockpile, and then next week, the live stream will be how many extra floors can I bump this up to? You know, we'll build it to like, well, I mean, right now I could probably get it from 12 to 24, so, say I could probably at least, with some more in between time, probably get it up to, that put me at 24. I think I could get it up to 30 floors with just a little bit of build up this week, with more supplies being generated, especially what I got going now. I'd probably get up to 30 floors, I think, in one build session. Now, having enough fuses, different story, but I could get it up that high, I think. Probably need to go check my power consumption after this. Yeah, this is, oh boy, yeah. Starting from the top floor, but I am feeling good about my mathing this time. I'm making sure, because I did have that one last time, that, or time before, that for some reason it only put 2 in instead of 3 when I was clicking, telling it to put, you know, fill it up. And yes, perfect. What? See, it did it again. Oh wait, that's okay. I know what I did there. I clicked on the 2. I think last time it did it because I clicked and it started to save at the right moment and messed it up. So that's 12 floors. I gotta do 3 orders. All right, no, yeah, 24, 48. or 24 each time. That's no, that doesn't math up here. That's 24. That's 4 floors. So yeah, 24, 24, and 24 would give me enough to do 4 floors worth of these in one go. And look at all that. They're like, we're not even gonna bother trying to get close enough down like that low. We're just gonna keep going. Is this gonna start? Wow. I didn't even realize that. Look at how few I actually have here right now. From like having half of them, over half of them here, I've actually got a good few launched right now. Yeah, maybe when I get to doubling that, that might be to the point I need to actually start making some trade fuses. I did look at that, was it Rising World or that Surrounded one? I'm trying to remember. I gotta think on it because you keep telling me to check out multiple ones. Now I gotta look real quick. I can find it real quick. Well, if you just put Rising, that doesn't narrow it down very much. Rising World, let's see. Oh yeah, I see what it's got overwhelmingly positive. And I did notice as I dug through more of the pictures that, you know, there's what looks to be actual like enemy combat, like, or at least you got somebody, like if you play co-op, you got some other people that can show up, but you got, well, it looks like it could be, you know, other, like, I guess maybe NPCs, possibly. But the thing that throws me off on it, that makes me a little concerned, okay, is it's been out since 2014 and it's still early access. That concerns me, and I'll tell you why. Because that's the same thing that was done with 7 Days to Die. It stayed in early access for about 10 years, and then it suddenly was like, oh hey, full release, it's done. And it's not. There's still, every major update changed the map in some way that your old game save is no longer compatible, which is why I was playing it. I was actually getting into it, and I had my stuff. I took a little break because I started to get, you know, I wanted to play something different, and boom, update drops, and hey, my map can't load unless I go in and say to go back and force it to use that specific version. Like, if your game is full release, you are not going to be changing the map anymore. That breaks older games like that. You know, Subnautica, an exception. They did Subnautica 2.0, which broke the older maps or older saves because they were trying to redo the framework to match Below Zero with everything they had improved for Below Zero. That is a different situation, if you ask me. Apparently I see I've been putting these much closer to the front. But, you know, a normal full release game, you should not be like, oh, here's another major update that completely breaks every old save. You know, one major update from Subnautica team that broke older saves when they went to 2.0, excusable. But going, you know, like 7 Days to Die, yeah, here's another major update. Every time it breaks the save, you have to start over again. So don't build anything you actually care about, because if you actually build something that looks nice, you're going to lose it when they do the next major update. That's not a full release game. That is still early access, even though they call it full release. And that is the one thing about Rising World that gives me reason to pause, is because they are very much the same kind of appearance, because they've been out for 14 years, or since 2014, so 11 years now, and we still have, it's still early access. That just, I've seen enough problems from that in the past. It makes me wonder, you know. And I understand, you know, the building. Yeah, I like building games. I like doing stuff like that because of the more freedom we have, the more creativity we get to use, the better. You know, to me, that is one of the best things, best type of game a person can play, literally, is a creative focused game. You know, I understand there's benefits to playing something like Fortnite, or, you know, general first-person shooter. You're building reflexes, you're sharpening your focus if you're doing like a intense first-person shooter, but you've also got the negative effect of, especially in a competitive one like Fortnite, the extra strain and stress, and just the negative impact it's going to have. A creative building game, whether that's Minecraft full creative mode or Minecraft normal, yeah, you're going to have some of that challenge in the normal, you know, mode, but you still get the creativity, you know, and the creativity is, for me, I see these games like this as close as you can get now to when you were a kid and when you played as a kid. Obviously, kids today have iPads and video games like this, but back when, you know, consoles were still fairly new, you know, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, you'd have that, but that wasn't like, you just didn't sit there all day. You weren't playing like on the computer all day because it was, you know, like dial-up internet or not even having internet. People, you know, kids would go and play outside and use their imaginations. And this is kind of the same approach. When you have a game like this where you get to use your imagination on, how can I build this differently? How can I make this, you know, how can I build this farm where it can take advantage of this mechanic or exploit this trick? You know, when you get in that, you're using that creative muscle. And creativity is not a like, oh, you're creative in one thing, you're creative in everything else. Like I'm a musician. I'm creative at music. I am not creative when it comes to maybe video editing. And I'm definitely not creative when it comes to building websites. So no matter how much somebody says, oh, you're creative, you can build a website, it's not the same thing. Creativity does not translate like that. Part of, you know, you could think outside the box creative, but you still have to have a certain grounding on something to really be creative. You know, it's the same as with one of these games. You know, if I put somebody who's really creative in Minecraft into Planet Crafter, they still need to learn their way around the game. They still need to learn the game mechanics and how things are built, how they fit together, what things do what, before they can really start to show their creativity. But it's still a case of you know, the more you play the game and learn about it, the more creative you can be with it. And that creativity, you know, works your brain a different way than a first-person shooter game will do, where you're just sitting there working on training that reactionary aspect. I'm gonna go pet some animals and hope I might get something useful. Maybe they decide to give me a genetic trait for some other creature. Also probably, oh, I got, oh, a lot of sulfur here. Okay, not much here, so I'm burning through some, but it's not evenly pulling it out, and I am getting some stutter down here. Okay, I got plenty there. Plenty there. Okay, this extra sulfur is coming with me. I'll take it back to Aqualis. Ooh, species 4. I just said, why not? I'll just go pet some random stuff, and I got a species 4. Is it? It's 4, right? That's the one I was missing. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I've got every single species type now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I've got it all. All right. I am so glad I just randomly decided I'll just go pet some creatures and see if I get something. That's a very rare loot thing, at least in my experience here. And I came to the wrong planet. Great. Came to the wrong spot. Do I need the sulfur here? No, I don't. Don't need it here. Okay. It's cool. Yeah, marble floor, so you're redoing your base. Let me ask you this, because I will say there's one aspect I'm going to bring up from Ark that I kind of like. I'm pretty sure there's probably other games that have done it. I kind of like it because it's done kind of in a useful way, but in Ark you can, you know, build over top of something. So like, oh, you got thatch, now you unlocked wood. Well, you can build the wood foundation over top of the thatch foundation, and it destroys the thatch foundation, but it doesn't cause your structure to just crumble by taking like that foundation out. Is there a way like you just can't just upgrade your base stuff in there? Because that's what I would do. I'd just be like, I'll upgrade this. I guess this needs to go here. Well, actually, I need to go find a place for it. Because that's, yeah. Rods, okay. Rods, you know what? Fine, we'll go here. Sulfur. Boom. Actually, yeah, demand. There we go. Oh no, I got them off kilter. I see that. Actually, they're slightly off kilter there too. You have a sledgehammer, but you get stuff back. Okay. See, so, all right, so you said there's bandits, and then there's spiders in the cave. See, that makes me think kind of like prior to the map rework and how they redid some things in the infected, how you could do that. You had, you know, and when I originally was playing it, I thought the infected was like the best approach from a dev on this, was you could turn off and adjust the gameplay. So if you wanted to do a calm, relaxing game, you could turn off predators and turn off the vambies, the enemies in the towns, and separately the raids. So if you wanted to say you want to have it where you found the towns and with the vambies and then the predators, you could leave those on, turn off the raids, or you could turn on the raids but turn the other stuff off, or you could just turn off the vambies altogether and have predators, or if you wanted to turn everything off and have just peaceful animals like deer, and that was it. You just go and build peacefully. That was such a cool aspect. Then they kind of, it's like the last time I played it, you pretty much had to turn off the vambies because their animation for combat was so absolutely awful that there was no point in having them even in the game at that point, because they would start an attack sequence, and until the attack sequence finished, they wouldn't move any closer. They wouldn't attack and then step forward because you moved away. It's hit them, step back, watch the animation run all the way through, and then there's a pause where you'd attack them again, and you literally just attack and step back, and you could never get hit. If you timed it right, and it wasn't a hard timing, it was like once you knew what to do, it was easy to avoid their attacks. Okay, I cleared some silkworms so I don't have them overflowing there because I had way too much. I've got that being produced. I'll start stockpiling back up. We've got the start of a new cookie farm, and I got some cookie supplies. I just need to start bringing the supplies to make all of the that, which I easily get that from from Prime. I can just go and pull everything I need from Prime for that and start making a giant cookie farm. And then I have, yeah, the phosphorus that is shipping out directly, so that's going to help keep the tier 3 fertilizer going on Prime. Honestly, yeah, I don't even need to expand much anymore here. I just need to do the farm And that's about it for here. Get maybe some storage to give me some room for some of this stuff. I got too much junk. And it's such a better view from here than over there where it's hazy. You want to figure out how to do the trim work for your workroom. You turn off stuff. I'll look at it again. Right now I've been playing Ark, and I'm actually doing pretty nicely in Ark. I'm feeling pretty good with my setup. And finally went and did late, but I went and finally did my first fight with the Megapithecus. Using a trick I saw somewhere post to use the hoppity hop, you know, you kangaroo Procoptodon, and you just jump to a certain spot where then all the Gigantopithecus can't get to you. They just ignore you because you're too far away, and the Megapithecus sits below and just throws rocks at you, and then you just step back, it hits the terrain, you step forward, start shooting them. So I finally did my first boss fight. So I can start getting some of the tech stuff. And of course I'm using Structures Plus still on that. Gotta have a mod like that. But I'm kind of, that's like my time sink outside of, I'm trying to cut back on not putting so much time into it. And going back to actually doing some work on some projects I've been putting off and putting off and putting off for way too long. So, I am trying to get caught up on some things like that. Why am I not collecting my squash? I've got a spot for it, right? Oh, it is collecting. It's just they're that slow right now. Yeah, I'm trying to cut down on spending as much time gaming as I can right now to get back to working on some projects I need to do. So, you know, Ark just became a thing of like, I kept going back and forth between all these other games. I was like, which one do I want to play? Just to have like something completely separate that I can just do for myself. And I finally said, like, you know, as frustrating as it is in cases to get something to line up, especially if you're doing the triangle, you know, build to the square build, it still was a case of like, you know, Pal World was kind of nice in the way it approached it, you know, that you could access like in range of your base. You could, you know, just build stuff. But I didn't like the Pokemon aspect of it so much. Like, not so much to collect them all because you wanted to get your tames for helping you. But that the fights were like the summon this boss or whatever. I kind of... Power World just did not have the right click with me, so I decided to give Ark a try, and I've kind of gotten where I've stuck with it. And it is, the building is nice, but it's also kind of somewhat that automation. I'm using the Structures Plus, which has some interesting stuff in there for automation, you know, like the nanny, the item collector, some things like that. But I was also looking, there's another automation mod I may end up adding just to play around with that, because, you know, I like automating stuff too. I like being able to set it up so I can go do my own thing. Part of why I do need to get back to working on some of these projects, because I'm trying to do some other stuff where I can have more time to game, because this stuff is done and running for me and I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I'm burning through all my tokens trying to get production fuses so I can make more tokens. And then I'm not even gonna worry about the production fuse or anything. Cookie farm will be just the cookie farm, but I have all that I need to get through. What's it? Where's it? B. I got a full stockpile of B, so I can make plenty of garden or tier 3 outdoor farms. Oh, look, I am completely full on tier 3 fertilizer now, as I would expect it to be. Bacteria, a plastic nugget. Fertilizer tier 1 is good. Fertilizer tier 2 is down, as it's still obviously working to fill up the fertilizer tier 3 in the auto crafter. And then that will be what's producing down at the waterfall edge. Wow, I'm doing pretty good on the magnetar quartz at the moment. Probably could use some more explosive powder, I guess. Fusion tier 4, tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1. All completely full now. Yes! There we go. Yeah, look at that. Big flex on that one. You know, I'm honestly at that point, I don't care about doing the rockets anymore. Because I've got, you know, I've done that where I've got a very high terraformation index by doing like hundreds of rockets of each type. I can still do that here. I'm just, you know, not as worried about it now because it's a little bit more of a pain to launch that many. Plus, I'm still not worried about the tier 2 ones just because we only have certain tier 2s like plant, magnetic. That's okay. Those 2 basic ones, plant and seed spreader. I don't, or well, plant. Okay, those seed spreader, just plant rocket, and then the insect spreader. We don't have the animal one, which I got, yeah, tier 4 fusion for that. Now I can do some more animal feeders. I didn't remember to do that. We got the animals, all the species, so I can make a little animal farm over here for all of them. It's just may end up just doing it right up all through here. Just a big little. Where's 8 of them? I could do like a little circle of them. There you go. Yeah, circle. Move my other feeder over there, and just have a little circle that they got water there. I ain't got to worry about that. We'll just put the feeder in there and it's good. Yeah, it's weird that it only shows the foundation where certain things are placed. Not everything, just certain things are placed. See all that lovely dings of just one after another. Is it done? Am I done getting it dinged right now? Oh, there goes again. All right, yeah, we're let's go ahead and start wrapping up for the day. Timmy, we'll come back out, say hi. Timmy, yeah, he's like, oh, you said my name, and now I'm on camera. I'm not so sure about this. He's like sad puppy dog eyes, like, why aren't you petting me more? Oh, I'm so neglected, and I'm not sitting here getting pets all the time. So, thank you, Jenny. Jenny says hi, Timmy. And he just gives me that little, like, pet me. So sad. Such a sad dog. I'll keep thinking about it, Jenny, on the Rising World. Again, right now I'm satisfied playing Ark, you know. I'm just gonna stick with that for my current gaming outside of working on everything. I still got plenty to do later today after this, so I'll be stuck here doing a lot still. Probably not gonna get to play Ark any today, but I've got Rising World on my wish list, so I'll be thinking about it. It might be what I get next if I get fed up with Ark, you know, at some point. I saw Orbound has a new update, or is about to have a new update, with a new change to world generation again. Yeah. improve how the world renders. Biome overhauls, which means it's probably gonna break my save some way. Landscape material system overhaul, environment improvements. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of rework on Orebound. So again, there goes probably my save after that update. Oh, and where was it? Yeah, we've got Bloom and Blight update arrives November 4th for a loft, which is gonna add some new island types. Yeah, new generation for the world, revamped progression. So it's probably gonna be one of those. Sorry, it's gonna break your game, so you have to start over again, which is fine. I was kind of like that. Oh, and then they're adding a new thing called wind lanes to make it easier to travel between island clusters, so you don't have that whole, I'm gonna say it, go in there, go make a sandwich, take a nap, come back, hey, I made it to the next cluster of islands. So yeah, we got an update for that coming November 4th. And of course, we are getting ever closer to the end of the year. So we just had the one sale. Then we'll have the winter sale. And of course, as soon as the winter sale is over, we'll get Star Rupture out. So we're getting closer to Star Rupture actually dropping for early access. I'm getting to play that. And that's still the one I'm looking forward to. Because Creepy Jar has done a great job in the past with how they handled Green Hell. So I have faith we're going to see a similar quality level in the end on Star Rupture as they build it into early access. So that is still the one I am saving. That is my top pick right now. And yeah, just gotta make it till January 6th, and then we'll have that one to play with. Timmy, you're not being inappropriate, are you? You're just licking your foot, right? Right? He's like, I'm embarrassed now. You just called me out on licking with my leg up right there, just exposing myself right here. Yeah. There's something I saw, I think, on SAS Factory too. They were going to be doing an update with it, but I can't remember. There's some, I feel like I saw some new update for SAS Factory, some new change coming. Though I could be thinking of that with some other game. I don't remember. But yeah. Well, thank you, Jenny. Hope you have a good weekend and rest and coming week. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up because Timmy is obviously hungry and eating his own feet in desperation. Right? It's totally what's happening. He's eating his foot in desperation. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up so we can go get him some doggy time outside and get some food going, and then I got to come right back to this chair and probably be working here the rest of the night on some stuff. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up for today, but thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll do this again next week. Probably some cookie farm building, and maybe I don't know, maybe I just decide I do want to try and see how many floors I can expand the fabric farm to. Maybe do that. Maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll make that part, half of one, half the other. But yep, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out, and go enjoy the rest of your day and weekend, and we will see you next time.